Well, Kim, I guess first and foremost, just your thoughts on what turned out to be a pretty gritty performance for you guys in the second half, especially.
Uh, yeah, the start of the game is not so good. We have some problems in the middle again, I would say. We have no really first pressure either. So I think they have momentum the first 20 minutes. We did some changes, so we started to play with 4 central midfielder instead for a while. And then I think we start to grow into the game a little bit after 20-25, something like that. And we have a little better control in the middle. And overall, I would say, because they gave them also momentum on the sides. And I think Sanchez had too much ball in the first 20. But again, after we changed that, I think we grow into the game. We are a little bit unlucky, let's say, with a red card. Is my first red card for the women's team, so I'm not used to handle these kind of situations, but I'm extremely proud over the fighting spirits in the second half from the goal. And we said that let's break down this game in 3 like momentums or three time zones. So we talked about 45 to 60, 61 to 75, and 76 to stop time, and we did a really good job, and we did our best from the side to coach them and help them. And I think it was a really good performance when it comes to hard work and discipline, and especially in the second half.
All right, if you'll do your raise hand, or you can put a message into the chat if you're want to ask a question, we'll open it up. Any questions? Steph, go ahead.
Great, thank you. You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, Coach. Thank you for your time tonight. I just wanted to get your impressions of Longsohn tonight. I know that she didn't get the most time on the field, and is that also part of taking your time integrating her as a player?
Yeah, she had only made like 2-3 trainings together with the team, so I think it was a little too early to let her play. And also this is probably the worst game for her to play when it's all about defense. So of course it was difficult for her to do something, to create something. You can see the touch on the ball and this kind of thing, that's quality. But I mean, today was more about hard work and defense, and that's not how we want to use her, but she will help us more in the future for sure.
Just as a follow-up, as you mentioned, it's not how you want to use her. It did seem she had to shuttle back and forth a lot in order to, help cover the space more because you were down a player. Is there, what would be like in an ideal situation if you had a full 11, what would have been something ideal that you would have wanted to see from the way you used her tonight?
Yeah, I think we can use her both like 8, for example, 8 or 10 in the middle, or maybe she can start a little bit from the side as well. She is a little similar to the Mellow, I would say. So when we're gonna have this player fit and together and with some games, and in the future this is gonna be good for sure. But today was difficult with just 10 players in a away game in Houston and with the heat and everything.
Yeah, welcome to NWSL, Longsohn.
Yeah, thanks.
Kim, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but love to hear more about your thoughts on the fight and the character of your team to hang on playing down to 10 players. Yeah,
I mean, to play this long like we did against a team with good form as well. So they're I think they're number 3 in the league table right now, and in a away game, like again with the heat, and they work so hard, and they did everything we asked them to do in halftime. Like I said, we did our best to coach from the sides, and yeah, this was a really good fighting spirit from the whole team, and there have been another good week together, and this group, like, they grow together. We haven't seen them in the best shape yet, but the future is bright for this group for sure. And a group that is not really like strong together can't do this kind of performance like they did in the when we went down to 10 today.
Michael, go ahead.
Is there anything from the defending in the last 45 minutes that maybe you can apply or that maybe you learned that you can apply more broadly going forward? Because it was a really good second half of defending, I thought.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I think the discipline in the middle, we have struggling a little bit with team that is immobile in the middle. Today we worked hard and we kept them, especially in the second half, outside of us the most of the time at least. And they didn't create that many chances. We let them take some. They were shooting a little bit from distance a couple of times, but overall I think we had good control, even though we didn't have the ball that much. So of course we can take it with us, and it's positive.